The wee locums. He's calling. Yeah, he's not well at the moment, and he's probably going to be back next week. Yes. Fab, thank you. Bye, Joshua. Bye. ครับโอ้ โอ้ นี่ฮะครับนี่ฮะสวัสดีครับ Steady cam. Steady cam. Steady cam.
lên nhở. Tặng bài cái tay này khổ. Đánh gol sao? Ừ. Anh cho nên chỉ đâu luôn lại. Anh đâu gì gì. Bố mở cái thùng nông là pha mặt là.
Thôi, phải đắp cay chứ. Thôi, để phải đắp ha.
Ồ.
Nó lên lôi tạ vào cho nó vào bùa.
Hết sao lúc rồi.
Anh lôi tạ
Ồ.
vào. Luôn mà cho mà ra rồi. Hay quá nó.
Lòng mong thèm mà.
Chơi
Oh, it's getting a little bit nice.
Lên lòng có mà.
Oh, my wife would be all over you. Look at you. Hello. You.
Lại. Lại đi phải chọn. Bộ tư rồi. Cái lọ. Không à. Hãy luôn. Ơi. Ui. Đâu kìa bị. Đó. Đó đi ạ. Ồ. Nó đi chạy đi. Một, hai, một nó. Cái lọ. Đánh thúc. Tán lên luôn. Rồi. Chơi rồi. Đó nhỉ. Nó lành. Của tê gạo gộp su rồi đi từ bạn.
Steady cam. Tiz. Hi, how you doing? Uh-huh. Sure. Uh-huh. Yeah. Perfect. And if you've got a character reference or somebody that's known you who's not a relative who can give me a character reference, that would be fine. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, sorry to laugh. Sorry to laugh, but because the years I've done this job, it's kind of, it's such a hit and miss marketplace out there that, you know, obviously because I've done the job and I know the agencies and I know how they work, you know, sadly it doesn't surprise me, but it's just indicative of the marketplace. Unfortunately, we all have different ways that we work. We're more of a small. Which I suspect the course they want to send you on is a course that you're going to pay for, that they will probably get something out of financially. This is what a lot of these, you know, cowboys do. You know, it's pound signs just ring in their eyes. Okay. Alarm bells ringing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, and this is where the difference of being in the industry a number of years, even somebody that's in the industry, reasonably so I'm outside, yeah, even somebody that's, you know, reasonably new to the industry should really know the protocols involved returning to work. You know, they shouldn't be recruiting social work. This is where, you know, I have an issue with, you know, duty of care as well, because if you've got an agency that don't actually know what they're doing, you know, are they really going to be in a position where they look after you to a level where you're going to be, if anything goes, you know, south or you know, you need support from your agency, you need people that know what the next route to do, you know, how to advise you accurately and correctly, rather than to just, yeah, okay, this is how we see it and we can make some money out of you by. One of the other things that is really quite prominent in the marketplace, and it's just one of the things that rubs me up the wrong way a little bit, is a lot of these agencies will steer you to particular umbrella companies as well. And what they do when they do that is they'll say, oh well, this umbrella is the best one, we've been dealing with this company, blah 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 blah. Now if you then, you know, do do a check on that particular umbrella company, what you'll probably find is that one of the directors on Company House is probably a director of the agency, and it's an umbrella company they've set up themselves. So it's like a stealth way of them earning more money out of you for your placement, because they're charging you for you. They're basically charging you to work with them because they're charging you to process their timesheet each week, which is absolute nonsense, you know. And I've always had an issue with it. Go on. I mean, I've always had an issue with it. Go on. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, I have an issue with it from a point of view of conflict of interest, and I've brought it up with a number of local authorities, a number of different clients over the years, and you know, they just kind of look the other way. And to me, it's a stealth way of earning more money out of a candidate, and that just doesn't sit right with me. You know, I want my people to have total freedom, use whichever umbrella they want to use, as long as that umbrella is compliant and I'm happy with the umbrella. That's absolutely fine. You know, I don't care how people get paid to a degree. You know, the only, I mean, limited companies now are a thing of the past, because IR35 legislation came in 2018, 2019, that basically stopped people working as a limited. And there's, you know, the majority of social worker roles are under direct supervision, direction and control, which basically means that if you're getting your work given to you by a manager, or they've got any degree of control, tell you what hours you're working, etc., then you're inside IR35. So effectively you're an employee rather than a self-employed person, and that's where the limited company comes in if you're self-employed. So that's kind of closed that door. But yeah, as I said, it's such a minefield. I know, you know, people like yourself getting back into the industry, people that are out there that are new to the industry, it is so hard to know which is the right advice, you know, which isn't the right advice. I can pay you however you wish. I can pay you PAYE, so you're an employee, you get holiday pay, and when you want holiday pay, you tell me you want to take some holiday pay, like as if you were working in a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job, like you're working in Greg's or someone like that. You're on the books effectively. Or you can go umbrella, which means you take home a little bit more. The umbrella companies work it so that your tax is bounced around different methods that they use to maximise your tax. So effectively your take home will be slightly higher each week. Again, there's the umbrella companies. Listen, if you rang 100 umbrella companies in the UK, off the bat, every single one of them is going to tell you that they're doing things correctly and they're compliant. No one's going to open up and go, oh no, actually we're not compliant. Now,